Welcome to a brand new episode of the Havre Save. On last episode, we played our first game of the season against Lorient, and on this episode, we've got the Champions League fixtures that have just been released. I've seen the first 4 games in the news. We've had an offer from Leeds for Urbanski, which I've accepted regrettably, and I've sent a contract to a free agent, which I will show next. So the player that I've sent a contract to is Mahamadou Doumbia. I'm yet to decide if to go through with it. I think his physicals are superb. Mentals are pretty good as well. Technically he's good actually, to be honest. Long shots are okay. Finishing is poor, which is my biggest worry on that. The offer from Leeds United is 26 million, which is a really, really good fee. But I'm not desperate to sell him because I actually have a bit of a soft spot for the player after writing him off. After playing Lorient, we had our first home game of the season at home to Troy. We won 3-1. We should have scored more goals, 3.27 xG after 23 efforts on goal. Only 6 on target, which is very poor. Really dominant performance, but we did go 1-0 down. If Troy play like that all season, they will stay up. Because to be honest, I thought they was brilliant. Like, they had a few chances, to be honest. Even though they only had 4 shots, they was very threatening. We then played Paris FC at home. A dominant performance. Shot-wise, really good performance. Took us a while to score, though, but Bro Hansen getting 2 goals, which was pleasing, and Scipione getting his first goal for the club, so really pleasing performance. So I have seen our first 4 Champions League games, but I haven't seen it the home or away. So AC Milan away, so we'll be visiting Becker, who we sold to Milan. Apoel's a lovely home game to have. Played by Leverkusen, home to Bayern Munich, away to Roma, away to Midtjylland, home to Napoli, away to Madrid. Yikes, that is a tough one. So if we do predictions, lose 3 points at Apoel. I think we'll beat Leverkusen, so 6 points. 7 points, get 1 point against Bayern. Maybe lose at Roma, 7 points. We'll beat Midtjylland, 10 points. I think we'll beat Napoli, 13 points. And I think we'll lose in Madrid. So a very tough but interesting Champions League phase. So we now travel to Lille, which will be a tough game. One bit of transfer, I don't know if it's news or not. Gaishel Mumbera, the region, I have offered him out on loan, and hopefully he will go out on loan. But what I will do, whilst it's in my head, just going to make him available for the second team for 90 minutes, so he's playing. But ideally he'll go out on loan, but it is unlikely at this stage. We do have Enzo Malebe back, which is a good positive sign. So let's get into Lille away. Always a tough game at Lille, but hopefully we have enough quality to get the job done. But fully anticipating a tough game. So Lille still do have Haraldsson. Castaneda is still there. Raul Asensio's good sign. They signed Malo Gusto, and Egan Mane is still there. So made some good signings, Lille, and got a good squad. But let's see how we get on. Bare possession for both sides here, but Lille look like they're going to get this attack. They are intercepted by Bergson, Sanchez, Pirola, Vinloff. Bergson, bit of patient play here from both teams. Pirola, don't like this. Maybe too patient. Haraldsson, I fully anticipate this will be a goal. It is. I think that's Pirola's probably first mistake he's made at us, and that is a terrible way to start this game. That is 1-0 Lille. So after 20 minutes, I'm going to push forward Sanchez, and hopefully might help us a little. Get some further players forward whilst in possession. 30 minutes in, and this is the first highlight since the goal. Haraldsson to hit the corner. Cleared, but not very far. Picked up by Haraldsson, Dirara, Asensio. Malo Gusto drives forward. Gets the cross in. And it's 2-0 Lille. We have not shown up here. Go attacking here. But this is a very, very poor performance at Lille. Sanchez to Hansen. Loses out. Lille just dominate this midfield. Just don't look comfortable. Even though we dominate the possession, we don't look comfortable whenever it's highlight. Van der Bremt down the line to Durdov, but intercepted by Lille. But they go long to Haraldsson. Van der Bremt picks up Umar. Goes long again to Durdov. Crosses it. And we get one back, but I think that's given. But I thought that was offside initially. But we have a goal back by Hansen. Not the most pleasing style of football there. Bit gung-ho. He's just onside. Just on. Now it's on. Oh no, he's on for by a fair bit. But we're back in the game. But another corner immediately for Lille. which is not a good sign. Cleared, picked up by Andino to Haraldsson. Good save by Etienne Green. I think Haraldsson's a very good player on Football Manager. And that is going to be half time, 2-1 to Lille. Absolute shambolic performance. And do you know what? I think we're going to take Bardia off and bring on Milebe, introduce him immediately. What I think I'm going to do is, I think we're going to change it and we're going to take off Sanchez and bring on Maite, because Maite is in some form here. And what I'm going to do is push him up front with Bro Hansen. Hopefully, we can get something. I think we'll take off Vanderbilt because he is having not the best game. Bring on Valincic. He's on a yellow card as well. Another corner to Lille. Haraldsson to take. Cleared by Mighty, but poorly straight to Haraldsson. Mortel shoots just over the bar. And I think we'll bring on Urbanski and take off Durdorf and bring on Varela. And I think in instructions, we will go to a high defensive line now. Well, 20 minutes to go, and I think we do need to go for it now as well. We don't really look like doing anything at all. So what I'll do is in possession, advanced wing backs. We have a chance for a free kick here. Vinloff to take. Cross it to 10. Bit of a bouncing all over the place. Valincic scores. I think it was it Dway? I don't know who actually scored. But the goal is disallowed. Oh, what? Was offside? Don't know what that was for. There was no... But another highlight for Lille here from a corner. Cleared. Valincic picks it up. Drives forward. Goes long to Varela. Varela to Maite to Valincic. Saved by the goalkeeper. Oh my, I couldn't even tell who was on the ball there, but that's a sitter from Bro Hansen, I believe. Can we get the tackle in Martel? Angoric crossed it, deflected. Castaneda shoots. Good save by Etienne Green, but disappointing to lose the first big game of the season at Lille. Disappointing. But that is a 2-1 defeat, and it is deserved defeat. I just didn't like a lot of our football there, to be honest with you. Wasn't nice. But 2-1 defeat, and we're chasing PSG already. So a bit of a transfer news. Mumbai, he wouldn't go out on loan until he had a new contract. So it came with no offers. So I offered him a new contract, but Fulham then came in, and he has agreed to go to Fulham. So only issue is going to be a striker at Fulham, but he's getting minutes, and that's a good loan move. I'd have liked to have kept him around, but probably best to send him out on loan. Doumbia has signed. But Urbanski has rejected Leeds, but I'm not too bothered about it. I'm quite happy with that Doumbia side. He might feature in some games. It's nice to have some depth as well. So I think that's a really good signing, Mahamadou Doumbia. So that is our transfer business all conducted. So what I'll do is we'll do Milan. I'll do Apoel. But I'll Apoel. I'm going to do a second team, so I'll minimise the highlights more for that game. And we'll do Marseille. So we've had a bid on deadline for Marvin Keller, and we bought him for 3 million. I've had a few bids from Stuttgart. I've already rejected 2, I believe, but they've come back with a really interesting offer. I'm wondering if we could get 25 million all up front for him. We can. I don't know if that's good business. It's good. Like I said in the video, I'd like to keep it a bit realistic as possible. And we would normally sell that offer, wouldn't we? So we have done a bid for the Feyenoord keeper, Bulgarian, called Plamin Andreev. I think that's quite a realistic signing. So what we'll do is we'll do the deal, but we won't confirm until potentially everything is all done with Marvin Keller. He is gone. He's going. Okay, he didn't waste any time there going. We've made a really good profit on that deal, and we've brought in Andreev as well for 7 million. I think it was all up front. So potentially an interesting signing. So if we look, it's a shame to lose Keller. I think he was Very good sign. Like, look at his value, 41 to 50 million. I think he was a very good goalkeeper for us. 7.09, a lot of clean sheets. But if we go to, is it recruitment, transfer history? Then if we go, is it here? Yeah, so we made a £21 million profit on a goalkeeper, which very good, very good. So after a disappointing defeat at Lille, we respond really well at home win against Toulouse. Vinloff with a rare opening goal with his right foot, with all things. So really good. Varela came on early for Maleb, who got injured, and nice to see him get a tap in at the back post. And then Durdov with a goal. So a good response after a disappointing defeat at Lille. We then travelled to Auxerre with a 5-2 victory. Really good performance, to be honest with you. I'm surprised it took us 40 minutes to open the scoring, but through an own goal where the player was on the line, it just seemed like he tapped it in. But a good performance. Nice to get 3 goals really in the space of 9 minutes, from the added time to basically into victory where I could do substitutions at half time. Van der Brent with a comedy own goal. And then nice to see Sanchez get a goal as well, and also Hansen getting on the score sheet as well, because could do with him getting some goals. But a very comfortable and confident win. So it's time for AC Milan, and we have a full squad practically registered apart from these you can see, which is fine. We can run through the bench and stuff, but everyone that is who I wanted is registered, so we're fine for that. But let's see how we get on at the San Siro. So Milan, I checked, are on 7 points after 3 games. So be interesting to see what they're actually like, who they have actually signed. I didn't have a proper look, so it'd be quite interesting to see AC Milan's team. So they've got Ogbu, they've signed. Obviously signed Becker from us. They've signed Joe Linton. Kamada is now the striker. Well, it's got a few players. Mukiel Lobotka, Duvicaso, Bento Aslani. So got a good little squad there. Pressure is all on them, which it is. Let's see how we get on. I fully expected defeat at Milan, if I'm truthfully honest. Early possession from the kickoff, though. Pulisic, Salimakers. Through to Pulisic, defended, and it's... Wow, it's 1-0. Milan after 30 seconds. Goal awarded. Horrific start. Can he get it out wide to Van der Bremt? He does. Downline to Durdov. Can he get the cross in? Goes on his own. Shoots just wide. Bit greedy, but I don't mind it too much. Bit of a good response here. So 25 minutes gone. I've changed the mentality to positive, so let's hope for a reaction. So a highlight here. Vinloff with the throw into Bergerson. Back to Bergerson. Sanchez to Durdov. Can he... Oh, passes it to Maleben just wide. Our best chance of the game along with that Durdov, but it looks like we're going to go in half time at 1-0 down, or maybe 2-0. No, 1-0 down. We do have some tired legs here though, which is a concern. Umar to Bergson. So this is on a Thursday and we play at the weekend. Vinloff. Bergson gives the ball to Ricky. Magnan. Pavlovic to Becker. Ricky. Prati switches the play to Gabbia, who drills it forward, and that is half time. 1-0 to AC Milan, and it's a bit unlucky to be losing, to be honest. So I've changed the mentality now to attacking. Bergerson, Maleb, shoot, and it's a rocket. Great finish. So 3 substitutions: Urbanski, Barge, and Maite on. Hansen's got a knock. Durdov and Sanchez will be the 3 substitutions going off. So 20 minutes to go, nothing really happening. I'm kind of waiting for one of the players to go red here so I can take them off. And that is Maleb coming off and Van der Bremt coming off of... And that is all 5 substitutions done. Drive forward. Is he going to get the cross in? He does. Duvikas, and it's a hand. Again, my frustration with this game. Instruction, stop the cross. And they never do. Vinloff with the handball. Time for Andreev to help us here. Make his big moment. Duvikas, a substitute, to step up. And it goes the right way, but it's 2-1 to Milan. I don't think it's deserved. So quick change of tactic. Out of possession, we've got wing backs further forward and pressing wing backs. And we've put the DMs to pressing DMs. And on the wing backs, we've got them as advanced wing backs, and we've moved them further forward. Well, 5 minutes added on. Looks like we're going to take a defeat at San Siro. I don't think it's really deserved, to be honest. Personally, I don't think that's deserved. Really don't. Just a cross into the box, it hits a hand, and it's a penalty. Disappointing to lose, but again, not deserved. After losing in Milan, we was back at home against Brest. We had the worst possible start, going down 1-0 after 2 minutes. Then we did change tactics to move Sanchez further forward, but then 18 minutes later, it was 2-0. I did think it was game over, but I thought we could maybe salvage a draw. Thankfully, Sanchez did contribute and get a goal for us at the front post from Vinloff. We made the changes, but I went from my two DMs to pressing DMs, pressing wing back, sorry, and I had my advanced wing backs like I normally do. And we did get a late equaliser with 22 minutes to go from Vilincic, of all players. So that was very pleasing. Then we got a winner with 14 minutes to go. Vinloff with a goal. So a rare outside the box goal as well. So it was pleasing for him to get another. I think that might be his second goal of the season in recent weeks. So he's performing really well. 2 assists and a goal in this game was superb from him. So extremely poor performance, but we got the win in the end. So it is now time for Apoel at home. We have rotated every player apart from Mighty played the last game because of injury for Hansen. Bergerson we're going to play, and Vlincic we're going to play. But yeah, I think that's everything. Yeah, so Apoel at home must win. You'd like to think a full rotated squad, apart from the odd, I think 1 or 2 players, should be able to get a win. Surely we can do this. Well, the opening 20 minutes, there has been no highlight apart from this one here. So hopefully we can get an early goal or something like that. But it is Apoel on the attack, but Tati intercepts, but Dwayne brings it forward to Vlincic, to Urbanski. Rooney Bargi loses the ball over top to Panokatu, and it's offside. Don't know who that is, long name, but Urbanski out wide to Bargi. Can he drive forward? It takes a short deflector straight into the goalkeeper's hands. A bit of a waste there. 30 minutes gone and nothing here, but we are on the attack here. Urbanski's cross is blocked, and Apoel go on the counter. But Dwayne stops the counter, plays it along the back line to Tate, who drives forward. Varela goes to Sangui. Can Varela get across into the box? Goes past his man. He drives into the box, has an effort at the near post, tipped over the bar by the Apoel goalkeeper. Well, that is going to be half time, 0-0. Very, very disappointing. I can't lie. I think what we'll do is make some changes. So what I've done is I've moved the wing backs forward to advanced wing back, moved Urbanski further forward. I've also changed the both DMs to pressing DMs, and I've put both the right back and the left back as pressing fullbacks. Hopefully we can do something from this. Mighty at the back post clear, but Varela picks it up, crosses it into Sangui, and that's 1-0. Sangui with the goal. Nice to get a goal early into the second half here. Front post, and it's 1-1. Estaloy it's got the equaliser. Very poor this. I think we'll give it about 15 minutes and we'll bring on some key players and we'll go attacking. Over top to Sangui. Can he get a cross in? He crosses it in. Keeper punches it out. Falls to Bergerson. Vilincic goes past his man. Shoots across goal. And that is 2-1 with Vilincic getting a goal. He's playing well recently, Vilincic. I think like Cullen over top to Yangel Herrera. Cuts inside to Diaz. That is tipped behind for a corner to Apoel. That is cleared by Sanchez, but comes to the edge of the box. And it's gone through everyone, and it's 2-2. I think now we bring on some star players and hopefully get this win over the line. Maleb to Scipionis from kickoff. Vilincic cuts back to Durdov, and Maleb scores. Hopefully that was onside. I didn't actually check him. I was more concentrated in the middle. But from kickoff, we have scored. And I think we'll go to a balanced mentality now and hopefully just see this win, because a lot of these players are needing minutes, so I needed to give them game time. Into the final 2 minutes here of added time, it looks like we have held on to a 3-2 win, a deserved win. A very poor performance, though. But I will say we needed to give them minutes, and this against Apple was the best time. It was a risk, but it's paid off. So we would then travel to Nice before the Marseille game, which is coming next, and we had a 2-1 win. Honestly, a really good performance. Nice aren't doing as good this season. They are quite low in the table. I think they're about 14th potentially. But a good win. All disappointment is conceding right at the end, but a really good win. Dominated from minute one. Nice to see Maleb get a goal, and we've got better competition for that left wing spot with Alej Begovic now returning and Malebe. So, unless we do Alej Begovic on the right, but we have Durdov as well. So, good to have the competition. So, as we go into our first international break, we are top of the league after winning 7 out of 8 games, and we have 1 defeat. We've scored 24, which is sounds good, I guess, because PSG have scored 23, but we have conceded 11. So, and we last season conceded 28. So, bit of a worry. Just if we look at our scores, where have yeah, so we conceded 3 against Lorient first game, then 2 at Auxerre. Yeah, so we are conceding the odd game where with 2 goals. So defensively, we need to be a lot better. So it's time for Marseille at home. 2 changes to the team due to not fully 100% fit and the condition. And as you can see, it's Doué and Uma. So Scipione in for Uma, and then Tate is in for Doué. I've also made 1 change. I don't know if it's the right call. Alej Begovic, we're putting him on the right for this game instead of Durdov. So let's get into Marseille at home. If we can win this, it'd be a big one. So we owe Marseille after last time. Because that last season, we played in last game of the season, and we lost 1-0. So we get underway. Malebe on the attack. Well, we're into the opening 15 minutes and nothing has happened yet. So a little bit disappointing. But maybe stuff will happen soon. Well, 30 minutes in the game and there's still no highlights yet, which is a bit of a worry. We've had 3 corners, 6 shots, so I assume they'll be from long range as normal. But I wonder if at half time to move Sanchez further forward. But we have a highlight here. Gerard Martin for Marseille to take the throw in. Medina to Højbjerg. Omragic to Timber. Pedro intercepted by Vinlof. Malebe to Ajbegovic. Out wide to Malebe again. Vinlof passes inside to Bergson. Who waste of effort that. Waste of attack that. We slowed the play down. Just a highlight before half time here. Vinlof with the throw to Bergson. Pirola goes long. Hansen's got to chase it down, but it's a terrible ball. Medina, Højbjerg, Timber, intercepted, and it's 1-0. I don't know who it was who pressed. It might have been Bergerson who pressed. I'm not too sure to intercept. I assume that will be the half time, because I assume the goalkeeper will take his time this for Marseille. I assume, yeah, that's half time. Good half at the end. Alej Begovic, who goes over top to Maleb. Maleb's through. Can he get the cross? Bergson. Maleb takes on his man. Shoots. Good save by the goalkeeper. Palms it wide for a corner. So just checking our games, we have Rennes midweek and then Paris and Leverkusen and then Lyon. So we've got a big schedule ahead of us. Rennes away. I need to take that into account here, but PSG is the one. 25 minutes to go here, and I think we'll make our first change, and Bergson can come off at Urbanski. And I think we'll take Alej Begovic. He's only just come back from injury, and we'll bring on Durdov. Throw into Marseille here. Martin to take. Timber. Intercepted by Sanchez. Hansen sends Sanchez through. Pass it to Durdov. And it hits the woodworking in. It's a great counter-attack. And I think I noticed the right back was tired. The left back was tired. And Malebe was getting tired. Let's sub them off. Get them fit for Rennes. Into the final 10 minutes. And it looks like we have done our job. And we go 4 points clear on PSG. So PSG lost their... I don't know who they've played. They've lost. Does it say who? They lost to Nice. I don't know when. Was that just recently? And this is going to be it. Yeah, they lost today. Today to PSG. That's it. 2-0 win at home to Olympique Marseille. A comfortable win. Did they even have an attack on the highlights? I don't think so. So that is going to be it for this episode. A quite successful episode, I would say, potentially. We lost to Lille at the beginning. Lost to Milan, which was unfortunate. Undeserved loss, I will say. Lucky a bit against Apoel. And then a solid, comfortable win at home to Marseille. So that's going to be this episode. And I think the next episode we'll do PSG. Potentially Leverkusen. Definitely Bayern. Possibly Roma. And maybe one more. It'll be 4 games maximum, though. We'll see, though, for the next episode. But definitely PSG and Bayern, 100%. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully see you next time.